Hi, I'm Rob, I have brick and mouth syndrome, and on this week's news video, a little bit of an issue here. Originally, I was going to do a video about the bands that are touring, because there's a lot of just announced tours. I will go over that bit quickly, but something interesting and new came out in regards to a leak for the Download Festival lineup. A new leak has occurred. It still could possibly just be fan speculation, but I like them clicks and that interaction, so I'm going to call this another leak, and I'm going to run with it. So, the new leak popped up over on the eFestivals forum again, and it is quite an interesting one. I believe if it is someone screwing around, they have pulled information from the newest tours that are going on, and they're running with that to guide this leak. So, to paraphrase it, Avenged Sevenfold are the only one that they can confirm were in the original leak. One of the headliners are new and have never headlined Download before. That is very interesting. There are no classic rock bands, so Maiden, Def Leppard, AC/DC, bands of that ilk are not supposed to be there this year. That is very interesting when you look at the tours that have been announced. No one over any of the boards, Reddit, Download Festival, or even eFestivals themselves have managed to guess the three headliners in one singular post. That is very interesting as well, as it then leads to fan speculation is wrong. And apparently the announcement date for all of this will be November 7th, which people have noted again is very soon after Fall Out Boy, their tour is ending. So people are now jumping on that bandwagon of maybe it's Fall Out Boy. The whole thing's quite interesting, and I don't quite know what to make of it. But when you look at the tours that have been announced for other bands this past week, you seem to sort of see where they're coming from with this one. Iron Maiden have announced a tour. They will be in Australia, New Zealand and Japan during the later months of the year. Bruce Dickinson has obviously got his solo stuff going on in the first half of the year. The other Maiden side projects are also touring in the first half of the year. So that would lead us to believe that they are not going to be appearing. Rammstein's European tour has seemingly left them with not really enough time to move the stage production around to get it over here so they could perform. Granted, they probably have 2 touring setups at this point with the amount of gear that Till has, especially for his pyros. They would have to, but moving one across the UK and then back out again seems more of a logistical issue. With one of their dates being in France on the 15th of June, which is the Saturday of Download Festival, it has seemingly ruled them out. So that is 2 of the 3 headliners from the original leak that people are still questioning now if that was actually Lee, the original leaker. Those 2 have seemingly been ruled out. That is quite interesting. I keep saying quite interesting. I need to find something new to say. Other bands that we have touring at the start of the year. Judas Priest with Saxon and Uriah Heep. That's an interesting combination to wipe them out of Download. Dragon Force and Amaranth for doing 3 dates in March. That could possibly put them out of the running. Bowling for Soup, Less Than Jake and Vandaliers are touring in February. That could also put them out of the running for it, which kind of sucks because I love Less Than Jake. And another one that got announced before I originally filmed this and my new microphone setup balked it for me. Smashing Pumpkins and Weezer have just announced they're going to be on tour. Their tour ends on the 14th of June. That would wipe them out of contention completely, which sucks because I haven't seen Pumpkins in 5-6 years. I'd like to see them again. And Weezer, I've heard their shit live, but I would still like to see them. So, this has been quite an interesting setup for it. It has wiped out a fair few of the bands that we thought were going to be there from the original league, but it does give a possibility of more things that could be coming. Current fan speculation, due to things lining up, are Avenged Sevenfold, Green Day, and then an emo band. People are chucking around Fall Out Boy, My Chem, because neither of them have anything blocked for that period of time, so it puts them in contention again. With Copping saying previously that he would like this to be the start of a new generation of Download, the second phase of it as it evolves, more younger bands are going to be pushed up through the headline. Younger, some of these bands have been around longer than some people viewing this have been around. So bands like Fall Out Boy and My Chem would be amazing to see get that push, because they do deserve it at this point. My Chem had a chance previously, but My Shitty Generation were too snobby about music to let them actually have a proper go, and sort of ruined that entire weekend by rioting. I wasn't there, I'm not to blame for this one. But these sort of things should have happened probably a decade ago. So that's it. That is the leak that has now come out. Hopefully something good will come from it. I don't know. I did have other stories, but due to other logistical cock-ups, I've had to just suffice with this. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'm sorry this was a short one this week, but a lot of these seem to be quite short. Next week's one might be even shorter. I've just got a lot of overtime in the bag. I like money. So I will see you next week, and let me know what you think of these leaks. If you've heard anything else, dear God, let's just speculate at this point, because fuck knows I love that. See ya.